excitement as the Tigers roar into the '92 season. West Blockton High School football is brought to you by Bush's Tiger Hut, The Pit Stop, McKinney Wrecker Service, Jack's Discount Pharmacy, the First State Bank of Bibb County, Woodstock Drugstore, Green Pond Grocery, and Warner Turf. Catch all the exciting play-by-play action as the West Blockton High School football game of the week is here every Monday night at 6:30 on the Cable Advantage local cable channel 3.
Alabama trying to extend our 7-0 winning streak. I'm David Hodnett along with Joel Frederick, and we're going to carry you play-by-play on the West Blockton Tiger Road to the state championship. Joel, we're in Gordo. Gordo has posted a 3-4 record this season. Last season, this team made it to the third round of the state playoffs. They had 46 players dressed out tonight, the largest Gordo team in several years. But it's a young team with only 7 starters returning. There are 18 sophomores on this team. I was reading some information in preparation for tonight's game, and the coach was talking about the strengths of their team, that being mainly good team quickness. He suggested that the main weakness of this Gordo Green Wave team this year is their inexperience. We want to direct your attention to some key players tonight. Chad Quincy, who is the center, Peter Smith, the halfback, Lane Stripling, the tackle, 1 tackle, and Demetrius Gordon, fullback. Quarterbacking tonight for the Gordo Green Waves, a junior, Chris Sutton, number 12. Joel, it's another beautiful night. We're anticipating a great night of football, and hopefully we will just do that, extend our winning streak to an 8-0 record tonight on this Gordo's homecoming.
David, I think you're going to see the same basic lineup for the Tigers again tonight, but there are a couple guys that won't be seeing much action tonight. That's number 75, Dwayne Green, and number 72, Jason Beams, two of the key senior leaders on this Tiger squad. Jason, I understand, we may mention last week, if you watched the game, you saw Jason go down with an ankle injury, and Jason has severely pulled some ligaments, and I understood that he pulled the bone apart last week, and I think Dwayne Green has an ankle injury as well, although it's not quite as severe. So that's 2 of the key players there on the offensive and defensive sides of the ball. But we'll see how well this Tiger team can adjust to these going down and see if we can play like kudzu.
Well, hopefully we can, Joel. You mentioned last week's game against Vincent. West Blockton defeated Vincent with a score of 33-6. West Blockton accumulated 15 first down to Vincent's 9. West Blockton lost 3 of 5 fumbles. Vincent fumbled the ball twice and lost each of those. West Blockton was penalized last time, 9 times for 55 yards to Vincent's 5 penalties, amounting to 40 yards. West Blockton punted once with 16 yards on the punt, and Vincent twice for an average of 31. Rushing yards this last week, West Blockton 274 to Vincent's 133. Passing yards for West Blockton last week were only 4 to 82 for Vincent. Total offensive yards, West Blockton against Vincent 278 to Vincent's 215. Shannon Blake completed 1 of 4 passes. The quarterback for Vincent completed 4 of 18. Big scores for West Blockton last week were Lorenzo Hudson, number 36, thank you, who scored 3 touchdowns last week, and Cornelius Ward scored 2 touchdowns for the Tigers. Some interesting trivia for this pregame discussion. West Blockton has yet to trail a team this year, but has had at least 1 interception in each game. There's still some things to iron out, Joel, but all in all, the Tigers look like they're a championship team. Our heads might be shaved just yet.
David, a little bit more trivia. The last time these two teams met was back in, I believe, 1987. Gordo took the opening kickoff and ran it back for a touchdown, and West Blockton went on to score 55 unanswered points. Stephen Thompson was a highlight of that game as he had, I believe, 5 touchdowns. This is coming off the top of my head, so I may be wrong, but he had 5 touchdowns and 357 yards. Gordo comes in here looking to avenge that loss that they suffered there in the Kudzu Kingdom 4 years ago.
Well, Joel, as you know, someone from the Gordo coaching staff remembered Stephen Thompson. They're still thinking about those 5 touchdowns and 55 unanswered points that you mentioned. I think it might be interesting to West Blockton folks that this Gordo team, though they have only posted a 3-4 record on the season, defeated nearby Brookwood with a score of 23-6. Chris Sutton, their quarterback, launched an aerial attack and passed for 166 yards, completing 7 of 14 passes. And then against South Lamar, whom Gordo also defeated with a score of 14-7, Sutton passed for only 66 yards, and the Gordo Green Wave rushed for 158 yards. Sounds like a pretty mixed-up offense.
David, some irony about this. You know, you're talking about how they've mentioned Stephen Thompson's name here tonight. They've also asked several questions about another running back that West Blockton has now, and he's not number 34 this year. He's number 35, Cornelius Ward. And we try not to focus on just one player. And it seems that the other teams, they seem to focus on Cornelius a lot more, and they don't realize that there's a lot of other talented guys on this Tiger offense, as well as the defensive side of the ball. So we're getting ready to kick off some football. Gordo has a big victory line set down here, and it looks like the Tigers may be getting a pregame talk from Coach Jaeger down there in the end zone as the captains prepare to come out on the field for the toss of the coin.
Captains tonight for West Blockton, number 51, freshman Michael Summerlin, and number 55, senior Jeff Brown. Joel, as the captains make their way to the center of the field, I think it is sort of interesting. This is homecoming for Gordo tonight. I had an interesting visit with my aunt, who is a Pickens County native today. Jason Crocker and I drove up from Livingston to visit my aunt and uncle. My aunt is celebrating her 40th class reunion tonight from Gordo High School. There was a little bit of a family argument over the event to come in just a few moments about tonight's game.
I trust you arguing for our side, right, David?
Oh, water in this case might be thicker than family blood, but I'm West Blockton blood through and through just now. I teased Jason Crocker on the way up here. I told him that I often told folks that I was born and reared in West Blockton. I feel almost that partial to our fair town, and especially to the West Blockton Tigers.
They've tossed the coin. We're waiting to see who won the toss. West Blockton won the toss, and they declined. Gordo will be receiving the opening kickoff to our right. West Blockton will be defending to our left. That's the end zone with the scoreboard. And the Tigers, I see David, are lining up behind the sign. Can you tell what that sign says? Something wipe out. Wipe them out. There's the Gordo Green Wave. David, they got some nice looking sized football players over there. And here comes the West Blockton Fighting Tigers as they take the field looking for their 8th victory of the season. They remain 5th in the state.
Where there's that customary huddle on the sideline. Reggie Nichols, our cameraman, is showing his support for the West Blockton Tigers by dancing as the team comes on out to prepare to take on these good folks from Gordo. Hopefully, Joel, we can do some surfing tonight on that green wave.
Both teams are on the field, ready to kick off. Kicking for West Blockton is number 15, Terry Dearman. He'll be kicking deep to number 20 for the Green Wave. David, I don't have a number on him. You'll have to look that up for us if you don't mind. There's the kick, and it's going to be fielded at the 15-yard line by number 7. He's hit immediately by number 51, Michael Summerlin. Number 36, Lorenzo Hudson, was also there on the stop for the Tigers.
Number 20 for the Green Waves, Karwoski Miller.
It's going to be first down and 10 for Gordo from the 27-yard line. Derek Duffy split to the right. Sutton is your quarterback. There's the give off the left guard, and he was met by 3 or 4 Tigers. I see Terry Dearman, James Davis, and Chris Parks brought him down after a couple of those defensive linemen stood him up. I believe that was probably Jason Grady and second down and 6 for the Green Wave. There's a give up the middle, and he's met. He was met by number 15, Terry Dearman, the senior linebacker in the backfield. That play gained about a yard. It's going to be third down and 6 for Gordo. On that defensive line, we have Michael Summerlin, Jason Grady, Matthew Marchant, and John Holt. Dearman, Ward, and Parks are your linebackers. Sutton drops back to pass. He's looking for a receiver, and it's caught by number 2, Duffy, at about the 46-yard line. That's enough to give the Green Wave a first down. First down and 10, Gordo, from the 47. A little slant-in pattern that time. He had one man to beat if he was able to stay on his feet. Duffy on the keeper around the right end. And he's brought down. I see Michael Summerlin getting up off the bottom. It's going to be second down and a long 7 for Gordo. Duffy split wide to the right. There's the give off right guard. That play gained, I think, about 3 yards. We'll call it third down and 3 for Gordo. Flags on the play. I believe we had